For a lot of people, mystical creatures are just a thing of fantasy, like Bigfoot gnomes or trolls under the bridge. People just think these creatures are completely made up. But actually, there's a ton of evidence for these creatures. You just have to open your eyes. The cryptid skeptics never want you to acknowledge the real truth that you and I both know, that they are entirely real. You see, there are thousands of videos on these creatures on the internet just waiting to be viewed by a wavering skeptic. But lucky for you, I have collected all these videos that I feel to be the most convincing to share with you right here today. This video clearly depicts a sighting of a gnome. With the quality of the video, it is easy to make out his pointy little hat, which is definitive proof of gnome activity. You can also see the creature enter the gnome fighting stance, which is why you see the witnesses struck with immense fear. In my expert opinion, this video gets a solid 5 out of 10 on the demonic scale, and is solid proof of gnome activity. However, I had to deduct points, as the camera quality was so hogwash that the amount of pixels on screen were less than what makes up an entire anime girl's toe. This video is a lot more clear than the last one, and I would definitely say that that is a gnome. You can tell again by the pointy hat. The quality of the video is so clear that you can even see the gnome skip. Overall, I would rate this clip a solid 8 out of 10 on the demonic scale, as it is clear proof of gnome existence, and it should be acknowledged as such by an expert biologist. To switch it up a bit, I'd like to acknowledge my personal favorite cryptid, the goblin. As opposed to gnomes who spread their cheer and joy, a goblin is the equivalent of a mythical crow that collects anything shiny off the ground or out of your pockets. This video I'm about to show you is what I feel to be the best evidence and, well, only evidence of goblin shenanigans. As you can see, his sprightly movements catch the witness off guard. They clearly are not expecting a real goblin. Many times, the goblin evades the witnesses effortlessly to their surprise, for you see, he is a master of tricks and hijinks. The witnesses are terrified because they have no knowledge of goblin existence. I would give this video a honest 10 out of 10 on the demonic scale. It is the only real proof of a goblin, so by default it's high up there. I also feel that this is the most entertaining cryptid video I've ever seen. As you can see, these mythical creatures are being seen all over the world. There's so much proof that mainstream biologists refuse to acknowledge. We have clear proof of both gnomes and goblins, and it is irrefutable. But if you are not yet convinced, just know we are only now getting started. I know we have all heard of ghosts. They have been a part of our culture for years, and part of many TV shows as well. They've tried to prove the existence of the supernatural for as long as I can remember. But what if I told you they are looking in the completely wrong place? The world of Arabic ghost hunting is a lot more high octane than that of the West, mostly because they actually find ghosts. I don't mean faint sounds or radio signals, none of that. They actually chase real spirits. These brave men risk their lives to find definitive proof of ghosts. They are never afraid to pursue these demons and will let nothing get in their way, not even a door. And when they actually hear disembodied voices coming from the halls of abandoned buildings, you can instantly tell that it is actually a ghost, and not just some dude. The best part is that when they're not on the hunt, you'll be serenaded with lovely religious songs to keep Allah alive in your heart.
حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. أعوذ بالله والسماوات والأرض.
لا إله إلا الله. علاء.
As you can see, these brave souls are capturing real proof of ghosts, and for that I will be rating the genre of Arab ghost hunters a well-deserved 8 out of 10 on the demonic scale. Fun for the whole family, especially your schizophrenic grandmother. From ghosts to ghouls, I have shown you undeniable proof of the existence of magical and supernatural beings. Now I'd like to talk about what is probably the most famous cryptid of them all. Sasquatch, or better known around the hood as Bigfoot, is a member of a bipedal race of intelligent ape men inhabiting most of North America. Unfortunately, science won't accept any evidence of his existence until we find something more concrete. This has led many Bigfoot researchers to scour the forests of America in search of hard proof.
We're here. Come out.
come out and play.
But there's one man on the forefront and cutting edge of Bigfoot research. He has had many close encounters with various creatures like the Dogman and is a leading expert in cryptozoology.
I mean, what animal could jump 15 feet to get in there? And then a human, if you drop from that, you're going to get hurt. Could it be a Dogman? It could be a Dogman.
Not only has Peter had run-ins with the Dogman, but Peter has also had many close encounters with Sasquatch. Peter's life has been taken over by numerous amounts of cryptids, and it's a common occurrence on his YouTube channel.
So I got back here, and that's when I saw the female Sasquatch. She tore out of the bushes, knocked me down on the ground, and what happened? And what happened was, as soon as I was knocked down on the ground, she starts ripping my clothes off me. So as soon as she got my pants off me, she started like jerking the ween.
Now, you may be saying to yourself, well, there's no proof of Bigfoot or Dogmen in these videos, just stories that he's telling. Well, you see, that's where you're wrong. Because what if I told you Peter has an entire body of a frozen Sasquatch in his freezer?
Probably lost some weight. It's probably dried out in the freezer some. So it's well over 120 pounds, just the head alone. You'd see its eye on this side is very dehydrated and sunken in. The mouth is very strange. It's almost has like a death grin.
Overall, I feel that Peter Kane has the most undeniable proof of Sasquatch existence, so I'll be giving him a 11 out of 10 on the demonic scale. But now that you can see just how real these creatures are, I hope that you will leave this video with a greater understanding of the world around us. Always remember that every time you see a mushroom sprouting in your yard, it was a gnome that placed it. And every time you hear a weird noise in the woods, it was a Bigfoot. And make sure to bring a dog or a gun with you, as Bigfoot may be female and Bigfoot may be horny.